everyone. Today we're going to talk about past modals and phrasal modals of obligation. And this is just going to be a very brief lesson. If you remember modals, those are the verbs of be, the auxiliary verbs, should, could, would, have to. So we're going to look at the modals of obligation. And these are pretty common in everyday conversations. So we're just going to look at a few of them. We're going to look at should have, had to, was supposed to, and didn't have to. So in our first scenario, did Amy water the plants? Okay, let's just pretend Amy's neighbor asked her to water the plants while she was away for the weekend. So what if Amy made this statement? I should have watered the plants. Now, how do you interpret that? Did Amy water the plants? Yes or no? I should have watered the plants. Okay. Let's look at the next one. I had to water the plants. Do you think that most likely they were watered? Do you think she watered them most likely? And we're going to look at the answers here in just a moment. Number 3, I was supposed to water the plants. Do you think that she watered the plants? Number 4, I didn't have to water the plants. Okay, let's look at the first one. I should have watered the plants. No, they did not get watered. If you say, I should have done something, or I should have done this or that, no, you didn't do it. It didn't happen. How about I had to water the plants? Yes, had to is the highest obligation. Most likely she watered the plants. I was supposed to water the plants. No, she didn't. Most likely no. I didn't have to water the plants. Well, here there's no obligation. So it could be a yes or a no. All right. If it's no, well, because there was no obligation, you didn't have to. But it could be yes as well. Sometimes people say, no, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. So let's explain these. So should have. I should have watered the plants. It did not happen. It was a good idea, but I didn't do it. You say, oh, I should have called my friend. Oh, I should have finished my homework. Somebody says I should have done something, it didn't happen. Okay, it was a good idea, but it didn't happen. Had to. Had to is the highest obligation. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Okay, I had to stay late and finish this project. You had no choice. It had to get done. Had to. I had to water the plants. Was supposed to. I was supposed to do something. I was supposed to stay home and study for my test. It was expected, but I didn't do it. Okay. Say I was supposed to. Last one, didn't have to. Well, here there was no obligation. If you didn't have to do something, maybe it didn't happen. You didn't do it. Now, sometimes you could say, oh, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Maybe somebody gives you a gift on your birthday. Maybe your neighbor is very nice and gives you a gift. And you say, oh, that was so nice of you. You didn't have to do that. And they respond. They say, I know, but I wanted to. There was no obligation for your neighbor to give you a gift, but they wanted to. All right. And sometimes it's that way. That's why you could say yes or no. But there is no obligation. Now, the opposite is true. If you put a negative or a not in the should have, I shouldn't have said that. Well, and then it's the opposite. You said it, but it was not a good idea. You regret it. Oh, I shouldn't have told the secret. Okay. Should not have means you did. I wasn't supposed to. Okay. I wasn't supposed to, what? I wasn't supposed to tell everybody about the surprise. it means you did it, but you weren't supposed to. Okay, so it's the opposite. It's the opposite. So these are very common in English. We use these in conversation a lot. So we have some practice sentences and worksheets that you can check out.